It's going to be interesting to see if Vinnie does go with the Daisy here. I think Daisy might actually struggle a little bit against Ike, if I had to guess, just because Ike is going to be able to box her out so much with those big hitboxes. We're going to see, yeah.
On top of that, because Ike's jab sits a little bit higher now than previous. Actually, it sits a bit higher, but it's angled a little downwards.
Oh.
It's a bit of a different change from what we're used to. So let's move on to our winners quarterfinals between Soan and Vinnie. And I don't know, this will be just interesting to see. I feel like these are both very smart players. Soan has a very good understanding of Ike. He's still getting a feeling for things in Ultimate, but he knows what he has to do for fighting a floating princess.
Yeah, it looks like right now Vinnie's just kind of doing her normal game plan against Soan, which is to say she's just racking up a lot of percent on these grab combos. We were talking about it earlier with Player 4. Daisy is incredible with her grab combos, and I think you're seeing that here against Soan. And it looks like KK Slider actually decorated for the occasion for Daisy's hanging in the background.
Oh, that's adorable.
I wonder if, wait, now I'm really curious if that's just what Daisy's playing.
Oh, we're gonna have to keep our eyes out. Case, I didn't realize that for other matches.
I didn't notice it either. I like how Daisy holds her ear.
Yeah, is that her new counter? Wait, no, Toad comes out.
Yeah.
So is that her shield, or is that just what?
Her probably her neutral. Oh wait.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta figure.
No, that's definitely Vinnie neutral being to catch the recovery.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with that.
That's cute. Daisy's adorable. She's actually one of my favorite Super Mario characters, and I'm so glad she's in this game.
Yeah, Daisy's sick. Yep.
All right.
Neutral B it is.
And Vinnie immediately pulls up the Stitch afterwards, so he is set for this next stop. If someone lets him do anything with the Stitch.
Yeah. Oh, but he just throws the Stitch away there. I don't know. I mean, obviously, Stitch Trace not as polarizing as it was in Melee. I would say definitely Smash 4 and probably Ultimate 2 have toned that down a little bit, but it's still a lot of percent just to kind of get rid of. You'd think that Vinnie would have maybe wanted to conserve it a little bit more, but you know, Soan also playing well defensively.
If he keeps backing up and forward tilting enough, he might land it. He did it.
Good job, Soan. Ooh, back air? Ooh, no. Down tilt could have led to something.
It could have, but I'm surprised that it caught at all. I don't know if Soan was prepared. Just because Vinnie was like right on top of him, not in the space you would expect the sword to hit.
Yeah. I just realized on the pummels, Toad like literally punches.
Yeah, Toad has no time for this nonsense. He just comes like ready to brawl.
Toad goes hard. I respect.
Toad is like the only character to ever have like an actual weapon. Like everyone's got cartoony guns or explosions or some element. It is worth noting that Toads traditionally have spears. Like actual spears, like ready to skewer whoever is invading the castle.
What? In what canon?
Paper Mario. The Toads just chill with spears, and it's like, yeah, everyone else got their cartoony stuff, and like they're just ready to stab
Mario with like mushrooms. Peach has her crown. Toad has like a spear with a little bit of blood on it.
He's just chilling. It's dangerous. Like, yeah, I mean, Bowser's whole armada has like heavy artillery with like, bullet-filled cannons and whatnot.
Oh,
but they don't have a Soan.
God. All right. I'm going to break that down real quick because Soan is sick. He literally stood there forward tilting and forward airing just until Vinnie got off the ledge, reading the jump. He was absolutely waiting for Vinnie to get off the ledge with the jump because he was just covering every other option. And Vinnie was like, okay, if you're just going to cover everything but jump, I'll jump. And Soan was like, all right, bet. He hits him with the up tilt, takes the stock, and now Soan is in position to take a set over Tri-State's own Vinnie.
Now, what I'm curious is Vinnie is going to stick with the Daisy or he's going to switch to the Ices. I feel like both characters actually might struggle with a sword character like Ike.
Gunner. Give me Gunner!
Definitely
not going to go Gunner.
Definitely not happening. We do have a Gunner in Tri-State, but maybe Proton.
Yeah.
Yep, in the city. But Proton's not here. He's out with the City Boys, and who knows? We might see him in the future here at AON. But for now, we got the run back to Smashville.
Alright, so right now, let's see what Soan's trying to do. He's just trying to get the same game plan started, as is Vinnie. You see both of these Daisy players getting so much mileage off of their back air out of shield and their grabs. And I think as much as Soan can do to mitigate and to just kind of shut down those two options is exactly what he's looking for. And the job that he's doing right now is
trying to space out the short hop back airs are working out fine for Vinnie. He's going to have to put a bit more effort into that, though, considering the percentage deficit he has. And he's very loosely controlling the ledge. I feel like Soan has been able to maneuver himself back onto stage very freely the multiple times that Vinnie has had stage control.
So what do you think Soan has to do in order to avoid a lot of these shield grabs and to avoid that back air shield?
I feel like he's just got to get more used to dash dancing and parrying. Just getting used to the ultimate exclusive mechanics and how they operate will, in time, prepare Soan more for having better defensive options. Because I feel like sitting in shield is just the way for him to get grabbed. He can't really short hop freely just because Daisy and Peach alike are characters that are very well attuned for combat in the air. And of course, Soan himself, playing Ike, is going to be very good at controlling the ground, so long as he's able to put out a hitbox on the ground. So I feel like once he gets more attuned to moving around with the game, I feel like we'll see better defensive options as well as offensive options out of him as a player.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. And the eruption.
Super dead!
Yeah, Vinnie, once he got into that parasol, was essentially in a bad place. Soan, all he had to do was keep charging that. He was pretty much safe.
You know, one tool I don't think we're going to see too often out of Soan. They've actually buffed Eruption in a very strange way. Max Charge has 2 additional pillars of flame fire outwards as projectiles.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't really done a lot of experimenting with these just because I don't see it too often, and I don't think it's going to have a lot of proper application. But it is worth noting that if it's done on the ledge in the way that Soan has edge-guarded with Eruption multiple times, the pillars just fire straight forward, like as if there is ground there, despite there not being ground there.
Yeah, and I think that could actually, if we do see it, it could catch Vinnie if he does try to float outside of the range of the So perhaps that's what you're getting at there with Soan just being able to cover some weird options of recovery. Ooh, Soan in a really scary position. You know, he goes for that spot dodge. Vinnie covers it, but he gets that down tilt first.
They're both sitting in a position right now where they could be sent off flying. Soan's going to be doing that. However, quick draw brings him back to the stage, and the back throw is going to secure it out for Vinnie. However, this has been a very haphazard set for both of these players with stocks dropping left and right. That's the way it is.
That's how it is.
Illegal.
Down throw to Nair gets a little pretty petty of damage. 15.9% on Vinnie as opposed to Soan, who has taken 56.9. Vinnie putting on a lot of damage here on this last stock. He wants to stay alive in this winner's bracket. He does not want to go down.
Absolutely not. Vinnie getting sent into losers fairly early in one of the earlier brackets we held today. I'm not expecting a repeat of that. However, it's very possible, at least against the likes of Soan.
Yeah, if you're Soan, I don't think you're planning on losing this set right now, especially if you're up 1-0. So Vinnie, though he has a % lead, he can't get too secure because he's in danger of dying right here. Ooh, survives. Goes for that back air, or that downer, I should say.
That was so close to catching.
Well, there you go. That was the Soan special of charging that up smash for ridiculously long.
Yup. I'm waiting. One of these days it's going to connect, someone's going to evaporate, and I'm going to pop off. You know, Soan as a player is very entertaining. He's a very, very quiet gentleman, very soft-spoken, but he's also very confident in himself. Like, he comes swinging, and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to win.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
And then he fights off against someone like Vinnie, and it's still like, yeah, I'm going to win.
Soan. And?
He's going to make it happen. Game 3 is going to bring us to Pokemon Stadium 2. And I think we're seeing the Daisy the whole way from Vinnie. I don't see any reason for us not to.
Yeah, I would agree for sure. I think that Vinnie's Ices, if I'm being completely honest, haven't been as strong as his Daisy has throughout these last 2 tournaments. And so I think if he keeps strong with his Daisy, he should be able to pull this out no problem. Unless Soan has something to say about it. There we go. Vinnie just catching these shield grabs into down throw, into back air.
Yeah, Vinnie has mentioned to me that right now Daisy is the focus of play while he still grinds out Ices. They act more as a secondary for him, and it's probably more of a matchup reliant thing, at least until he's super confident with being able to get out like the really insane stuff with Ices, which it's growing, but it's not there yet for the Ices meta.
Yeah, the Ices meta is probably going to depend on D6 and stuff like that. Right now, day 2 of the game, I think, is perhaps a little too early to say. Yeah.
Meanwhile, while we look at what we've got in front of us, the damage has been building onto Soan pretty easily, so that's good for Vinnie. However, he has been struggling to control the stage more. I guess that making this a good stage pick for Soan, just because it's been a lot more free for the sake of who's getting that.
Yeah, that back air from Vinnie is going to seal that first stock, I think. In terms of controlling space, Vinnie has done a good job catching Soan where he wants to land, and that's something like you were saying, whoever's going to control the space more is going to end up winning this game. The jab, a little bit of stage control.
Dash attack killing is still the funniest thing to me. Like, it did in Smash 4, but it wasn't like a super assured, yeah, this is going to kill right here and right now. Here, it doesn't look like it's going to, but then it just does off the top.
Yeah, before it would kill like off the side. Oh, you know, Vinnie's been going for a few of these counters. They've been useful at the ledge, I would say, but in neutral, I don't think they've hit once, so perhaps Vinnie maybe taking a little bit of percent for that, and now he's at the ledge. Probably not going to work.
I'm not particularly a fan of just throwing out Toad like that. Like, as an edgeguard tool, I feel like it's worth using, but you eventually use it, you remind your opponent it exists, so that if you do want to just, like, raw throw it out, that's when it's its least useful.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. The more you use it, the less potent it becomes. It's like a regular counter, where you forget Ike, for instance, has a counter right up until you go for one of those forward airs and get blown up. And in fact, I would want to see Soan do that, but instead he's going to go far off stage, get that forward air, and take it down to Vinnie's last stock.
And we haven't seen Soan do that too often in this set, where he'll just run off and go for an option. But that time he did it seamlessly.
Yeah, Ike actually has that ability to go off and go for that forward air. Real strong attack, and I think he's going to get a lot of mileage off of it off stage like that. Double up tilt into up air. Soan's putting stuff together. Forward air.
That's gross. That's definitely not true.
Nair, up air. Soan is really putting it together here in this last stock. Goes for the down air, doesn't connect. Soan's running around. Rolls back though.
Trying to ban an option. He knows that the out-of-shield bears have been putting a damper on a lot of his game plan in this set.
Vinnie making it back up to stage with an aggressive down air. Now up air. Vinnie's in control. Double up air, back air. Ooh, Vinnie's trying to put it together, but Soan gets the grab. It's a tight situation. He bounces off the ledge. And now pummel, throws him forward. Soan is in control. Ooh, looks for that forward air, not going to get it. Difficult situation.
Forward tilt, though, is going to secure the hit, and this set is going to go in favor of Soan.
Yeah, once again, Vinnie getting potentially offset a little early in bracket. Everybody's a killer in Ultimate, man.